wearing 3 shirts than it is to get the person with dementia not to put on 3 shirts. And sometimes you really have to kind of balance those things out. And the walking gardening thing, the issue was, is wandering in and of itself really a problem for people with dementia? One of the things that people notice, almost everybody with dementia goes through a phase where they do a lot of this. They actually seem to be having a moderately good time while they're doing it. It doesn't seem to be causing them any problems. The problem is typically is safety and so forth. So, the issue is usually that they're going somewhere that's dangerous, or they're going somewhere that they're not going to find their way back from. And so if you can fix those problems rather than the wandering, and you give people a safe enclosed space to wander. And it's, a lot of applied behavior analysis, ABC analysis, has this kind of flavor of if you can't lower the bridge, raise the water. There's always a way to solve the problem, but you just got to figure out, one, where's the easiest place in the system to intervene, and what kind of things can you do? Is it easier to change the consequences, or easier to hit the problem up and the antecedents and avoid the problem altogether? All of those things could come into play. So in short, there are a lot of behavioral and other psychological interventions with dementia that are known to be pretty effective. For clinical depression in older adults, as is true with clinical depression in younger adults, pretty much everything you do works.
You don't have exercise.
Well, these are psychological. Exercise does also, as does medication. There's still some ongoing arguments, especially between cognitive behavioral advocates and some of the others, about whether CBT is better than the others, but all of them are clearly better than doing nothing, and pretty much all of them are better, known to be better in younger adults, and in some cases with older adults as well, than doing something psychologically plausible.
I'm sorry, can you say that for the last? Did you say that the therapies, the cognitive behavioral therapies, all those therapies are better with younger adults than older adults?
No, they're all known to be better than doing nothing,
right,
and better than psychologically plausible alternatives of younger adults. With older adults, in most cases, the studies that have been done compare these to doing nothing rather than to psychological placebos. Particularly with CBT interventions, and particularly kind of like Aaron Beck-based interventions and increasing pleasant events kind of interventions, those have sometimes been compared to other treatment alternatives.
So you were saying, I think it was the word placebo I was missing. Yeah. So in other words, anything, including anything that you do is better than nothing and better than the placebos.
Okay. The big topic in depression research in general now, both with younger and older adults, is keeping people undepressed once you've gotten them undepressed. Relapse rates within a year or two after the initial depression are really high. There is evidence in longer-term controlled studies with both younger and older adults that cognitive behavior therapy and interpersonal therapy, the two that you had readings on for today, have longer recovery periods without relapse and are better at relapse prevention than medication alone. Either doing the psychological intervention alone or combining medication and a psychological intervention make relapse less likely. Medication alone, pretty much regardless of the medication, still has a pretty high relapse rate.
Dr. Knight?
Yeah.
I had a question about cognitive behavioral therapy.
Mm-hmm.
Does the patient have to have like a certain amount? patient have to be like naive to the workings of therapy to a certain point?
No.
Because I was talking to another person on this campus about cognitive behavioral therapy,
Mm-hmm.
and in Italy he's a therapist, and he was saying that he finds that it works better if the patient doesn't know too much about the therapy. And he finds that like knowing too much about it like, interferes with the actual
Well,
process.
what keeps psychologists in business is that people fight the interventions, no matter what they are. I mean, but what you actually learn or what you actually change in the course of most psychological interventions is something that you could probably be told in a few sentences, certainly in a paragraph or two. And if people just believed it and did it, that would work. But it's the resistance to change that keeps us all in business. I'll tell you some, actually relaxation training is a good place to elaborate on that. But I mean, most of this is not rocket science. But people sort of fight you, and it's kind of interesting the way it works. I've heard it's attributed just about every major theorist of therapy saying that people want to feel better, but they don't want to change. And I think one of the most obvious examples of this, like you see ads for on television and full-page ads and phones all the time, is like weight loss. I mean, everybody in the world knows what you need to do to lose weight. It's going to work. And you get these like major ads. You can lose 30 pounds a week without eating less or exercising. No, you can't. And and there's all kinds of reasons. The reasons get to be interesting, and the reasons end up being a lot of what you end up working on with people in therapy. But whatever it is that you're focusing on, it's depression, anxiety, behavior change, sleep restriction. You kind of end up in these conversations. Well, as you get better and better, you learn to time it so that you don't have direct arguments like this. But you can fairly frequently find yourself in conversations like, this is what you need to do. Yeah, I know. Did you do it? No. And it's like, why didn't you do it? And I think that's it. So you'll do it next week. So on and so forth. Yeah.
Do you know of anybody who's combining like CBT and like mindfulness-based stress reduction?
Oh yeah, there's lots of people doing that. The mindfulness-based stuff is kind of interesting. It's getting a lot more attention than there is research. And there's 2 or 3 different flavors of it. And if you actually go back and look at the studies, mindfulness-based cognitive therapy, which is the one that guys, it starts with a Z. Teasdale and somebody up in Zen. No,
Yeah.
not Cabot Zen. Guy from Canada. Anyway. Zendel. Yeah, Zendel, Teasdale, that guy. If you actually look at their stuff, it seems to be effective with people that have already been clinically depressed a couple of times and have relapsed. And if you try it with people that are in their first depression, it seems to interfere with the effectiveness of cognitive therapy. Acceptance and commitment therapy has a cleaner record with younger adults. I've not seen any outcome studies with older results yet, but they've also, like Steve Hayes and his group, have mostly worked with people with substance abuse problems and some other kinds of specific problems like that. I haven't seen a lot with outcome studies actually with like depression and anxiety. It's a new trend where people are trying to use like meditation, mindfulness approaches, and some more like acceptance of emotion.